Bros, what did they find?
Breaking news just hit, and this story is still developing, so we need to be really careful here. Word came out of Ogun State that Anthony Joshua might have been caught up in a major car crash on a Nigerian highway. Two vehicles collided, and according to these early reports, 2 people died right there on the spot.
Now, the incident involves the SUV that Anthony A.J. Joshua was in colliding with a stationary truck. Now, Anthony Joshua was positioned behind the driver as a passenger, and there was a passenger in the front seat on the passenger side and behind that passenger. Both of those passengers passed away. So if you can see from the footage, and hopefully the footage isn't too much for you guys, you can see that Anthony A.J. Joshua is dazed, very confused here. But that side of the SUV is severely damaged.
The reports are saying Joshua was in one of those cars and got hurt, but right now, nobody's confirming whether his injuries are serious or not. What's making this whole thing even more devastating is the word going around that the 2 people who died were actually part of Joshua's British team. That detail changes everything, because anyone who follows Joshua knows he doesn't mess around with fake relationships. His inner circle is real family to him, and when you're talking about potentially losing people that close, it doesn't matter how tough you are or what you've accomplished. That kind of pain hits everybody the same way and would absolutely destroy anyone going through it.
Anthony Joshua has received minor injuries and he's been taken to hospital. So eyewitnesses say Joshua was in a Lexus SUV with 3 other passengers, and he was involved in an accident in which that Lexus collided with a truck that was stationary at the time. And there are videos online of a shaken Joshua being taken out of the car. So local police have confirmed that Joshua has suffered minor injuries.
The thing is, we still don't know exactly what happened in this crash, and there's been zero official word from Matchroom or Joshua's people or even the authorities. This whole situation is still playing out, and until we get real confirmed information, everyone needs to pump the brakes on guessing what went down. Right now, all we can do is keep the families and everyone affected in our thoughts while the boxing world holds its breath, waiting for actual facts.
Bros, what did they find?
Now, through all the chaos and shock and wild speculation, Jake Paul actually stepped up and said something that hit exactly right. When Jake came out with "Life is much more important than boxing. I am praying for the lost lives, AJ, and anyone impacted by today's unfortunate accident. That was one of those rare moments where everything else just stops mattering completely. Whatever beef exists or internet drama or future fight talk, none of that means anything when real tragedy strikes."
Now, he did have security. His security was in an SUV behind him, following Anthony A.J. Joshua. Anthony Joshua is fine, sustaining minor injuries. There were images of Anthony Joshua enjoying his vacation in Nigeria with his friends and everything. Yeah, he has his shirt off and everything because, you know, he's in Africa. It's warm out there. He was just enjoying his time. And unfortunately, there was a car crash.
Seeing Jake push boxing to the side and put human life first shows exactly how situations like this should be approached, because no championship, no record, no amount of money can ever measure against actual human loss. When you think about Anthony Joshua as a person, someone who carries himself with real class and keeps his trusted people close, you can only try to imagine what he's dealing with right now. This isn't about upcoming fights or career moves or anything related to boxing. This is about real people, real families, and the kind of heartbreak that doesn't care about fame or success or anything else. Jake's response cut right through all the noise and reminded everyone watching that underneath the fighter personas and business dealings, these are all human beings first.
Devastating news coming out of Lagos, Nigeria. 2 dead as Anthony Joshua is involved in a road accident on the expressway. Details are coming in real time, but as the report stands right now, Anthony Joshua has reportedly been involved in a road accident in Ogun State, Nigeria.
Apparently there was footage taken right before this incident happened, and looking back on that now makes the whole thing feel even more heavy. There's something about seeing those final normal moments before everything changes that hits different than just hearing about it, because it shows you how fast regular life can become a nightmare. That's really the only way to look at this situation right now, because moments like these show you just how meaningless boxing drama actually is when placed next to real life.
How's it going, people? I hope you're all well, whatever you're doing. Just a quick message. Tomorrow at 5:30 p.m, I'm going to be in Battersea at the new Under Armour store. I hope you get this message in time, because for those that turn up, we've got some big surprises.
For Anthony Joshua, this isn't just another news story or something to address in interviews. This is something that's going to stick with him for years to come. Tragedies like this don't wrap up when the media attention dies down or when official statements get published. They show up in quiet moments later, in unanswered questions, and in memories that suddenly carry different weight. The fact that this happened during regular life, not in competition, not in training, just living normally, is what makes it cut so deep. It proves that being prepared and strong and in control only takes you so far, and that some things arrive without any warning or logic.
2 people died in the accident that occurred in Nigeria earlier this morning. The vehicle conveying the Nigerian-born British boxer was said to have collided with another car under circumstances that are yet to be fully established.
The boxing world might be loud and divided most of the time, but situations like this bring everyone together, because everybody knows that the dangers fighters face don't stop when they leave the gym. Right now, what matters isn't breaking down details or creating timelines or predicting what happens next. What matters is showing respect for the lives that were lost, giving space to the grieving families, and waiting patiently for confirmed facts to come out. Whatever news comes after this moment, everything else needs to take a back seat, because some situations require compassion before commentary and humanity before entertainment.
I'm going to give you guys any updates on this as they roll in. You guys know that I don't cover what happens outside of the ring, but when it's a tragedy like this, I do. When it came to Errol the Truth Spence and his car crash and his accident, I covered that as well. But Anthony Joshua is fine. I'm not sure if there was someone in the stationary truck. I'm not sure about that, so I'm not going to report on that, but the truck was stationary, and Anthony Joshua's SUV struck the stationary truck.
That pause is crucial, because when stories like this explode, the rush to have hot takes can completely overshadow the reality of what people are actually experiencing. For Anthony Joshua, this isn't something you just file away and move on from with a quick statement or press conference. Grief settles in quietly long after everyone else stops talking about it. And if these reports about his team members are true, this is the kind of burden that changes you permanently. It changes how you think about traveling, about normal days, about moments you never used to worry about. That video existing from right before the crash just hammers home how delicate those ordinary moments really are. How quickly familiar becomes devastating. 1 second, everything appears routine and predictable, and the next second, lives are altered forever.
Bros, what did they find?
That reality is disturbing, and it's exactly why this situation needs time, respect, and careful handling. There will be official updates and formal statements and investigations and confirmations, but none of that changes the human cost at the heart of this story. Boxing celebrates toughness and bouncing back and never giving up, but even the most resilient people need room to work through loss and trauma. Right now, what's most important is creating that room without wild theories, without demands, and without transforming human tragedy into entertainment. Some stories are more significant than hot takes, more significant than storylines, and more significant than the sport that connects us all, and this is definitely one of those stories. Drop your thoughts in the comments, debate it, argue it, break it down, and don't ever forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. See you in the next one.